Nothing about this feels right.
Captain America.
Yeah. Ooh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Junior here. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I got a question and I need an answer. Please answer me. I want to ask the people that hated Captain America for Brave New World, what did y'all really hate? And I want a good explanation. I don't want a baby explanation. I want a good explanation. Listen, I don't think the movie is perfect by far. I gave it a B. You know what I'm saying? Just a B, not a B plus, not an A, not an A plus, just a B, not no B minus like the cinema score, which made it the lowest rated Marvel movie, which makes no sense. No sense, because after watching this movie, one thing I can promise you, whether you liked it or did not like it, or you didn't too much care for it, I can promise you that Thor: The Dark World was worse. I can promise you that. Hell, Thor 1 was worse. Iron Man 2 and 3, to me, were worse. The Ant-Mans. And I'm not saying I hated the Ant-Man movies. Listen, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, whatever the name of that movie was not a good movie. Not a good movie. So please tell me what you guys hated. Because I did not hate this movie. And I know I don't represent any and everything. I don't represent everybody. I'm not saying I do. And I'm one of the people that was coming into this movie. I did a video saying that I didn't have high hopes for it. That I thought it would do bad. Because how can you push Falcon to the forefront when you have never presented him as a credible leader or threat? You know what I'm saying? That was my issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never had any great fight scenes with anybody that was of worth or of competent status that made me be like, you know what? Falcon could do this. In this movie, they presented him that way. I want to know what you hate. I seen some people saying the writing was horrible.
Shut your stupid ass.
Listen to me. I'm a harsh critic. I feel like I'm a harsh critic a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't agree with what a lot of people agree with. Especially people that love things that they find on Tubi or things that Tyler Perry make. I'm not attacking y'all. I'm just saying it better not be coming from those audiences that love Tubi movies and love Tyler Perry. It better not be coming from y'all. Because that is the most watered down, hollow scripts that I've ever seen in my life. All of those movies that have been presented are very watered down and hollow. But to the other peoples, y'all know what I mean by the other peoples, you know what I'm saying? My white brothers and sisters. You know what I'm talking about? Our white brothers and sisters in Christ. You know what I'm talking about? To y'all, it's a Marvel movie. What type of script did you want? They cut it down to 2 hours. They played it safe. Clearly in this movie, they played it safe, so they cut a lot of things out, and they tried to be very contained in this. But again, it's a Marvel movie. Like, how well thought out did you expect it to be? And it's a story about Falcon as Captain America. Falcon with no powers as Captain America. It is a contained movie. It is a contained script. My issue with the movies were really the villains. Giancarlo Esposito and Sidewinder. I feel like that was kind of a pointless villain, and an actor like that deserved a bigger role, a better villainy arc. Like, they probably should have went with the whole, hell, he should have been a real Serpent Society person. Suit, abilities, gizmos, he should have had that. As far as the leader in this movie, you know, spoilers if I haven't said that already. As far as the leader, I understand his brain and the calculations and things like that. And then, like, the calculations really kind of being pointless when it came to Captain America. Like, they could have did a better job than that. But the real point was to wrap up things from the Incredible Hulk movie and sort of that storyline. But the point of him really was him poking and doing things that was nudging the Red Hulk or nudging General Ross. Harrison Ford. That's how he sounded all through the movie. But nudging him into becoming the Red Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the real point of him. And that was what I was really intrigued by. Like, that's the part of the movie that I watched and I was into, and I enjoyed the poking and the certain things happening, and the Red Hulk and Harrison Ford trying to show America that he was a good president, a competent president, try to show the world that he was a good guy, and he wasn't that same guy that was willing to do anything to capture the Hulk and use him. You know what I'm saying? Like, him trying to be the bigger and better person, but having this monster inside of him that he's trying to contain. Like, I enjoy watching that. This is one of the things that I do. I'll be honest. every superhero movie is not good to me. Matter of fact, I hate everything that Sony does. I didn't hate the original Spider-Man. Hell, I didn't even really hate the Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I feel like the villains kind of look cheesy. But I really didn't hate them. But as far as the Venoms, didn't too much care for them. Venom was just okay. I guess you probably couldn't match this movie. This movie's better than the first Venom, but I guess you can compare it to the first Venom movie. But it was just okay. But outside of that, Madam Web, Morbius, all that was trash. I hate them. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the MCU, some of the stuff that went on Disney Plus, the Echo, trash. I didn't care for the Hawkeye show, trash. Secret Invasion, I had a lot of hopes for Secret Invasion. They destroyed that storyline. It should have been great. Hated it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was straight. It was good. Like, I liked it. Like, it wasn't amazing, but I liked it. But I liked it more for Falcon's and Bucky's interaction with each other. That was really my favorite part of that. But even in that show, they didn't really make Falcon look like he was just this kick-ass dude. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say this. I'm not a person that just goes into Marvel and be like, you know what, it's Marvel, I'm happy, it's good, I like it. I'm not that. But I contain myself with a lot of things. I don't go up with expecting too much. Like, I'm not expecting every Marvel movie to be Avengers Infinity War. I'm not expecting every Marvel movie to be Civil War, you know, where you got a lot of other heroes jumping in and out. I'm not expecting every movie to be the third Thor movie. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. But when you come in, if you come in with those type of expectations, yes, you're gonna be disappointed. This is a movie about Falcon becoming stepping more into the role as Captain America and people really liking him. Like, I think that's the real issue with this. That's what I want to know. Like, what's y'all real issue? Is it the fact that it's a black man with the Captain America mantle and people really looking up to him and, you know what I'm saying, kind of kissing his behind and giving him props and him coming out and doing certain? Is that the real issue? Because it's a superhero movie. Now, I can't lie to you. I'm a very logical person. When I seen it, in my head, I'm like, how this nigga, I don't care what vibranium absorbs, but nigga, you get hit with a missile, the regular human flesh behind that vibranium, it's gonna be putty. Like, in my head, I'm thinking that. But it's a superhero film. It's not supposed to make logical sense. Even when the Hulk, like, I'm looking at him like this, the Red Hulk, it's his first time hulking out. Now, him hitting the wings of Sam, I'm like, oh, you know, the Red Hulk. But again, it's his first time becoming a Red Hulk, so I shouldn't expect him to be Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, a matter of fact, like, if y'all don't understand how the Hulk powers really work, like, the hotter he gets, the stronger he gets. And he absorbs gamma radiation from other things and other people. There wasn't no gamma radiation around. I'm not saying that's why he didn't destroy him. I'm just pointing it out. Because one of my issues that I do have with superhero content, anime content, and all this stuff is you watch these hero arcs of these people training and becoming better warriors and stronger, and they get these power upgrades. And then sometimes you have these villains that all of a sudden make a wish or they get this power and all of a sudden they know how to use all of their abilities. That don't make any sense to me. So to see the Red Hulk just hulking out and running through and doing this, and Sam just surviving, that's literally all he did was surviving. People are mad. He shouldn't have been able to go toe-to-toe with Red Hulk. He didn't go toe-to-toe with Red Hulk. All he did was survive long enough to get into General Ross's head to get him to calm down. That's all he did. What are y'all really mad about? And what I said the other day on one of my little shorts, I was like, I don't want to play the race card, but is it because he's black? Is it that? Because the movie, though it wasn't the greatest, it wasn't a horrible movie. It wasn't trash. So the people who are calling it trash, like, I think a lot of y'all went in wanting to hate it and expecting to hate it, and y'all went to the movies to see how much you would hate it, to see what you could exactly complain about. So you was in the movie like this.
Man, sit your ass down.
Because I went in with low expectations. And then I actually enjoyed myself. But again, just to think about, because I had somebody in my comments talking about how him being able to go toe-to-toe and things like that. I was like, one of the things people forget about Anthony Mackie's Falcon, like I said, we've never seen him presented in a way that he was a credible threat or a credible leading hero. Over the years, since he had that fight with Ant-Man, because somebody brought it up, like, he's trained with the real Captain America. He's trained with Bucky. He's trained with Black Widow, who's a human who has to fight superpowered people. He's trained with Isaiah Bradley. He fought in the Infinity War. Like, he's did a lot of things to make him a a really talented fighter or a person who can deal with other credible threats or powered individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really been through some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people forget that, like, those three years that he was away with Steve Rogers and him and Black Widow and them and Vision and what's the name that was on the run. They forget that, like, that's a lot of training for him. You know what I'm saying? And then his time with him and Bucky working together, like, he's had a lot of fights. He's training. There's been time for him to learn how to defend himself and fight against people who may be more powerful and stronger than him. And then he has this vibranium upgrade with these wings in his suit, and I guess he's really protected using it. That was dope to see. I liked Joaquin Torres. Like, a lot of people was complaining about him. He just kept cracking jokes, and he was corny and this and that. And I'm like, it wasn't that many jokes to me. Marvel usually gets on my nerves when they try not to take themselves too serious and they go a little too far and make everything a damn joke. Like, they didn't do that in this movie. Like, him just with his little one-liners or having something to say, like, it was nowhere near a Spider-Man movie, which we expect that for Spider-Man. Again, I just want to know what exactly did y'all hate? What are y'all real complaints? Because some of them are not making sense to me. You know, the pacing, like somebody with the pacing was all, it's a 2-hour movie. What do you mean? They never stuck anywhere too damn long. You know what I'm saying? They never did. People complain about the fight scenes. I enjoyed the fight scenes. They look just like if you was watching a Jason Bourne movie for the most part, when it was hand to hand. Like, what are you talking about? Like, go pull up a Jason Bourne movie or what's some of the stuff that's on Amazon that I love with the CIA guys and things like that. Like, and they look like the fight scenes on the Amazon Prime movie. What are you guys expecting? There's nobody with shooting lasers out their hands, eyes, and flying. Well, so he was flying. I'm tripping. Like, what? I said, some people just complaining because it's cool, and like I said, they went in looking for what they wanted, what they were going to hate, what they were going to dislike. It's an enjoyable movie. I feel the same way about this that I feel about what's his name from DC that actually had a good first movie. Damn, why I forget his name. What's the kid name? Shazam. Yeah, the first Shazam was a very contained movie. The first Shazam was actually a good movie to me. It was just enjoyable. I'm not saying it was a good movie, but it was just enjoyable and fun. That's all it was. I didn't take it too serious. I didn't think about the plot being too deep. I didn't think about the writing being too, none of that. It was just something just to have fun, a fun ride. And that's kind of what this is. You know what I'm saying? It was Captain America just trying to stop the world from going to war over this Adam's anthem. You know, and him not being a kiss ass or a person that just bent over for the president. Like, and I think that was the real message of what he said when he said about Captain America is not so much about being American. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basically what it was. Like, they gave a black guy the mount on. He wasn't on there, Uncle Tomming it up and kissing ass and America. No, this is General Everett Ross. Is that his name? I can't think of his name. Thunderbolt Ross. But anyway, this is Thunderbolt Ross. He can't be trusted. He's a maniac. Falcon don't trust him. But even Thunderbolt Ross is trying his best to be a good guy, but he's been compromised by these pills that he's been taking because he had a heart condition, which is crazy that we couldn't recast T'Challa because he died in real life, but we did have his funeral in Wakanda Forever. And then the guy that played Thunderbolt Ross, I believe he did die of a heart attack, and then in this movie, he was taking medication because his heart was failing, and that's how he became the real Hulk. Marvel, you some insensitive bastards. Insensitive bastards. While you standing on this high horse or while we can't reach. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Junior.